Hello, this is your favorite animated eagle, and we're starting off today's episode with probably my biggest mistake of this playthrough. While leveling up a Mulga, who we received by trading Mimikyu off to a hiker, we accidentally level her up past the level cap. Now this is absolutely terrible, because Emolga was supposed to be our answer to the next challenge of this playthrough, the flying type gem Skyla. Welp, no use crying over spilled milk, I guess. So after spending an extra amount of time theory crafting, it's time to face gym leader Skyla. The battle starts off rough, with Skyla's Swoobat landing 2 flinches on Silent, but eventually Silent was able to put up a light screen, then crunch that annoying Pokemon to dust. Next, Skyla brings in Unpheasant. Now I don't particularly have a good answer into Skyla's Unpheasant, so I bring in Chris, who I've taught Attract and Stockpile in hopes that I would slowly be able to bring it down with poison damage. Now while I find this strategy hilarious because it literally revolves around a literal piece of trash and its ability to attract a bird, which by the way, I'm so surprised it was working, I did mess up by forgetting about Skyla's remaining Hyper Potion and bringing in Lurid too early, causing it to take too much damage before Swanna comes in. I immediately Volt Switch out, hoping to one-shot, but of course it doesn't, so I bring in Onesie. Onesie then misses her fly, which would have killed, and then proceeds to get flinched. This has been an extremely unlucky battle for us. Onesie is low now, so I decide to bring in Chris in hopes that his beautiful, trashy self will be able to attract that lovely goose. Unfortunately, that fine bird thinks she's too good for Chris and decides to kill him. I'm sorry, Chris. Just remember, you will always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. However, now I make the second biggest mistake of this playthrough, which was listening to chat when they told me to switch in Lurid. I forgot that the only reason why Lurid outsped Swanna last time was because it had its speed increased through Autonomize. So when I tried a Volt Switch to kill Swanna, Lurid got outsped and killed instead. Shortly after grieving over the loss of our little possessed gears, I decide to bring in Gaia, who then proceeds to outspeed in one shot with a normal gem boosted stab return, making both Chris's death and Lurid's death completely avoidable. You would think after so many hours of playing this Nuzlocke, I would start to get better at it, right? Why do I seem to be getting worse? Alright. Stop feeling bad for myself so I can feel bad for the funeral. We gather here today to mourn the loss of 2 more of our friends, Chris, the Trubbish, and Ludrid, the Clink. And probably my most scuffed gym battle yet. We lost these 2 poor souls for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. We just totally scuffed it. As we descend these 2 brave souls into the grave with all of the rest of our friends, may this be a reminder never to immediately listen to what chat says. And to remember not to overlevel your Pokemon. May they be within our hearts in the coming days as we finally finish this Nuzlocke. Salute the Trubbish, as timid as he was in his first battle. He did very good. He was pretty clutch. We just messed up really poorly. And then to Clink. All we needed to do was get Clink through this fight, and he would have been a solid person for us for the rest of this playthrough. He will definitely be missed. Goodbye, cruel soul. Moment of silence. All heads salute! Goodbye, fallen warriors. Alright, we are up to 11 deaths in this playthrough. Well, let me... Honestly, was not expecting that we would get to such a high number. But it is what it is. We now move forth onto greener and brighter pastures. I will say, however, we are back to one glaring flaw with our team cup. And that is the fact that we freaking have no type variety. We're down to 7. 7 Pokemon. Okay. But it's fine. We will survive through this and let us, like, clutch up here in the future. But first, we must battle a rival Charon in order to unlock new encounters and get the Surf TM. This fight is actually pretty scary since a lot of Charon's Pokemon now are fully evolved and each of his Pokemon have a useful item attached. By the way, why does Charon's Pignite get leftovers, but I can't get access to that held item throughout the entirety of the game? Like, come on, at least try to be fair. Luckily though, we make it out with no deaths, largely in part of the monster that is Gaia and Pisces' supportive utility. Yay! New friends time. First we go to Twist Mountain, where we catch a Drillbur, who we decide to name Default. Then we go into Icarus City, where we catch a Stunfisk, who we decide to name Bruno. Now that we have Bruno, we're able to use the HM Surf that we got from our last rival battle, opening up a lot more new encounters for us. First thing we do is we go into Driftvale City, where we catch a Frillish that we decide to name Azalea. Now you guys won't ever hear me talk about Bruno again. After catching Azalea, I ended stream for the day, and on our next Nuzlocke stream, my internet decided to not be very good with me. So I do apologize for the next bit of video, as I did my best to piece together the parts that I managed to make it on stream as well as the parts I ended up doing offline. This part happened to be on stream and is a battle with a totally random avoidable martial artist, where Onesie once again disappoints me by missing Fly. Now I know some of you are probably saying that I could have used Azalea since this throw doesn't know anything but normal and fighting type attacks. However, at the time, I could not tell whether or not it possibly had a dark type move or a rock type move. So I just decided to use Unpheasant since I was already getting pretty fed up with it disappointing me in all of these battles. This Pokemon line definitely has to be the worst out of the regional birds. Also, before I even decide to hold Onesie's funeral, I end up going out and catching a Basculin who I decide to name Sloth. We gather here today to mourn the loss of yet another avoidable death, of me just rushing and being unprepared for this fight. I must apologize to you, Onesie, because your death was in all regards completely avoidable. Multiple moves could have been done to avoid your death. I chose none of them. And for that, I do apologize. But may you live on in the great beyond, flying in the skies as you do. Moment of silence. And salute. And we're done. All done with that noise. This next set of Pokemon I caught offline, however they were all guaranteed encounters, so no worried about cheating. To make things short, I caught an Axew named Pingy in Mistralton Cave, a Woobat named Squallow in the Guidance Chamber, a Scraggy named Oni in the P2 Laboratory, a Dwebble named Nom on Route 18, and finally an Alomomola named Dino on Route 17. Oni definitely proves himself to be the best of our new encounters through single-handedly dealing with all the gym trainers in Bryson's gym. Speaking of Bryson, after fully training up the rest of our Pokemon, it's gym fight time. Although there's not much to say, since Oni, who's now evolved into a Scrafty, goes off like a one-man army and sweeps the gym. Easiest gym badge of my life. So now we're at the point in the story where there's a lot of Team Plasma stuff that you have to do, so I'm gonna skip over most of it. The most important things you have to keep in mind is that we catch a Palpitoad that we decide to name Soul, and this running scene on the bridge is the dumbest scene in all of Pokemon. Like, why are you waiting at the end of the bridge for me to walk up to you? And how many times are you gonna have your ninja friends surround me just to bring me to you? It's not like I wasn't heading there anyways, you literally just stared at me for like 20 seconds as I ran to you. Sorry, just even as a kid, I thought this was the dumbest scene. But here, let's get into this fight. We're set to go. Yeah. As long as this fraction... Oh, I messed up so bad. I forgot to give all of our other Pokemon up to the level cap. Alright, you know what? It should be fine. It should be good. We Swords Dance here, just do not use Dragon Tail. I'm unfollowing if you kill me now. Alright, use Dragon Dance. We're good. We're golden. We're set to go for the rest of this. Because now we just Earthquake Sweep. Yeah, so we tested this out on the other gym leaders, on the other gym trainers in this gym. We got a crit. That's beautiful. We leveled up here even better. Help ensure that we take down this Druddigon. This is the only one that we're worried about, because Druddigon has Revenge. So basically, if this Earthquake doesn't one-shot, which it should definitely one-shot. We've done the testing on this. Yes, it one-shots. We're good to go. And now we're just set. Now we're just set, because we just we either one-shot the Haxorus here, or we two-turn kill it. It's like one or the other, and that's like fine with me, because there's nothing it can do. Because Dragon Tail has negative priority. Default is definitely carrying. Default just hard carried. We've had Oni hard carry a team fight, and now we've had Default hard carry a fight. We love the default carry, exactly. Let's go! We're shaping out! We are shaping. When will I hard carry? Oh, we got faith. Pixies, you have already hard carried some of our earlier fights. Now, a smart person would remember what happened when he got cocky after the clay fight. An equally smart person would also remember what would happen if you battle a random martial artist who is totally avoidable. Clearly, I am not one of those smart people, because I decided to disregard both lessons I should have already learned and fought this random martial artist that I had no business fighting, only to lose Oni to a random crit, one-shot, super effective, inaccurate move. Gosh, that pisses me off the most. I gotta say, this death hurts the most out of all the deaths so far. Oni, even though you guys haven't seen that much of him in this video, but he has done so much for us, especially in the storyline Team Plasma fights. I was also planning on using him in our final roster against the Elite Four. I am now going to have to change my entire in-game plan because of this. We gather here today to mourn the loss of a true fighter for this team. Oni, our Scrafty, did so much work for us throughout this playthrough. He was not with us long, not long at all. But my golly, was he an extremely important member of this team. As we lower Oni down into his grave, let us all have a moment of silence to pay respects to this great monster that he was. All hands salute to all of our brothers and sisters that we have lost on this journey. May they never be forgotten. And may we take their deaths in stride as we advance forward. And that is the end of our funeral session. Okay. Ironic that Oni's nature is careful, but its trainer is not careful. Unlucky? Oh my gosh. Why you gotta hit me with that, with the facts? With that final funeral out of the way, we had one last rival battle with Sharon, which we finished with no deaths. Then we started making our way through Victory Road to get to the Elite Four. Well, now you guys are all caught up with what's been going on in this Nuzlocke. If you guys are interested in watching the finale of this Nuzlocke live, I'll be streaming it on Twitch tomorrow, Wednesday, August 3rd at 3:30 p.m. EST. Please come and stop by as we celebrate the finale to this great series. On that note, I hope you guys like this video, and please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do truly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the live finale. Also, apparently Pokemon Presents will be happening earlier that day, so we'll also be talking about that. Okay, anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!